Hey everyone, my name is Jeremiah Mail, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Like I promised, I am doing Farming Simulator today. Although not having much of a plan, we're going to go ahead and go with it. We're going to go ahead and work some of the north fields, such as 3, 4, and 7, and I kind of want 8. Although it's a small field, I could just convert that into a place to set up camp, so I don't have to keep driving my tractors and stuff back and forth. I can have the North have its own set of vehicles and its own items. Oh yeah. Speaking of, yeah, I did this. Between the episodes, I think this was maybe a half hour after I had already recorded. I did this. Okay, so this needs picked up. That back there also needs to get picked up, but I don't know how to pick it back up without having to drive everything back here. So, how I got everything on there, I didn't use a forklift. I was lazy and I was thinking that's going to take too long, and I suck at that anyway. So, I bought a ramp, backed up my trailer to it, and just dumped them off on here. And it worked fairly well until it didn't. And what happened was, I think I hit that light, and it knocked us off balance. And when you have something that's very very top heavy and it starts wobbling, what's probably going to happen. And it did happen. So now let's go ahead and just uh take a chance here, and let's go ahead and see if we can just ram our tractor into it. Then if that don't work, we'll go ahead and get a front loader piece and a one of those pitchfork things, and see if we can lift it up. But if we can't do that either, then that is fine. We'll go ahead and reset, and we'll just find another way to transport all those. If I have to, I'll just I'll go ahead and use the transport cart that carries the bales automatically. If this don't work, my only thing, my only thing about the man, okay. The only thing I don't like about the bale transport trailer is that for some reason it's well, I think I know why, but it's very 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 heavy, and like it really sucks at turning. Its radius isn't really that big. It's like you have to really be careful with how you drive. And I already suck at the game, and I suck at driving, so you know, so it's already difficult for me. So I decided to go ahead and see if I can do this. But you guys already know how that went, so obviously, I haven't crashed the bale transport trailer yet. So maybe I should just stick with that. Oh, okay, we're pushing it up. We're pushing it up. Okay, let's go ahead and push back up again. Smack. Let's see if this will help. Yes, 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 yes. It's doing something. Well, you know what? First things first, let's do the important stuff and get people hooked onto what we're doing in this video. So let's go ahead and do this. This will be our thumbnail. Maybe let's go ahead and do it from back here. Let's quickly just get our thumbnail. Let everyone know what happened and how much of a genius I am. Now, let's go ahead and get a tractor that can use a front loader. And since our harvester isn't running, I really don't have an urgency to, keep my tipper tractor available. Man, okay, I don't know why. It's every time I play Farming Sim, and I have to start calling the different kinds of tractors and different tools. It just really, it really makes everything so much more difficult. Also, probably that I have to stay on the road, and that's adding more difficulty. Okay, not gonna lie, doing husbandry with cattle is a lot harder than I thought, and I haven't even done much. I just collected grass, and I was going to collect the wheat or the straw, but I haven't even gotten that far yet. And I've been doing that since the start. but yet somehow the cows just kind of add more, not exactly pressure, but it makes you feel more rushed. It's kind of like how you want to make sure that you get this done on time, so things aren't out of balance. You know, you don't want your cows hungry when your crops aren't even completely done growing. I just need a regular one, just a regular fork. Yeah, let's get this. I know, it's not gonna match. I was like, I could do that red, but I'm not. I don't want to waste time. I just want to see if I can get this trailer back up, because the sooner we do that, the sooner we can feed these cows. Then I'm also going to have to give the cows water. Then while either between scenes or in the next episode, I'll be doing the baling for the rest of the crop. As soon as I crashed to that tractor, though, I was like, first thing I need to do is make sure everything isn't running so I don't end up having an unfinished field by the next time I get on. Then I was like, okay, well, now let's go ahead and make sure that I don't unhitch these bales, because if we can save the tractor and the bales, we're going to go ahead and do that first. Then I was like, alright, as soon as we do all that, let's get off this world, just so next time I get on, which will be in the next recording, which is obviously now, I would have something fun to talk about. And obviously, I guess it's kind of working. Also, it gave us motivation to buy a front loader. I guess I have to really get. I guess I have to start getting used to this, because honestly, I've only maybe used a front loader like 3 times in the time I've ever played this game. Oh, wow. Oh, 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 no. You, oh. Okay, well, that's fantastic. Now, can I have my thing back? You fell back down. Curse you. Okay, let's try that again. Come on, we were so close. Hit, poke. Dang it. Okay. Maybe I need a weight on the back of my tractor? Possibly? Maybe, perhaps? Okay, now, let's go ahead and do this, because we can just smack this right back up, can't we? Let's go ahead and go back and see if we can gain some speed before we do it. Whack! Okay, well, that did something. And bales are floating in midair. I mean, technically, they're classified as being buckled down, so technically, I can see why that is. This is a monstrosity. This right here should not exist. Let's go ahead and get rid of that map. But this should not be real right now. So much for farming simulator. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're driving down the road, and you see this in front of you. I mean, at least me personally, I would have been like, you know what? No thanks. I'll go ahead and just hope I don't die, and I'm gonna go ahead and speed past you. But first, before you pass them, you got to make sure that you're passing them via the right way. Because if you start passing them the left way, and this falls over, well, you're screwed. Your car will become a pancake. This, like I said, is just a monstrosity of of a wagon. And we're tipping again. This is awesome. You know this? I'll get the tractor. You know, I was kind of having fun. Okay, so I'm guessing I gotta be very, very careful with how I drive, because obviously, like last time, I got myself screwed over by my reckless driving. And Just this time, I got myself screwed over with this driving. And I think the bales have gotten even worse. Ah, crap. Last thing we need is to tip over in town and get stuck against the building. So we're gonna have to be very careful. Let me go and take my headphones off because they're kind of distracting me. That noise constantly going in different noises kind of just stopped me from thinking of what I'm doing. I just start thinking, what is that noise? Well, why is it doing that? Or, I need to pay attention to this if I hear those noises. I'm scared. Like, I don't know what I should do. I don't know if they're falling over more or if they're staying the exact same, but obviously I don't like it. It's just like not shouldn't be happening. But at least the game registers that they are leaning off to one side and that this should not be happening. At least the game identifies that, so kind of some realism, but yeah, at the same time there is a bale floating. For Pete's sake. There are bales just floating. So, we're just going to go ahead and yeet realism out the window for a bit. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh. Ooh, that was too close for comfort. How we didn't tip over a third, fourth, or a fifth time is astonishing. Just absolutely astonishing. Ew, let's poop. Okay. Alright, you are food, so let's just unbuckle you. Unfasten seatbelts. Okay. Alright, now, if I'm correct, let me check our stats. Okay. You are, grass-wise, not completely full, so we need to go ahead and you know what? I'll go ahead and ditch this here for now, just because I know I'm probably not going to use this wagon again. I'm probably going to have to actually use the front loader in the bale fork to put them onto the trailers from now on. So I guess I'll go ahead and get a good one, because I thought that the one I'm currently using was an automatic one for only transportation purposes. I mean, the one I have, the red one, is obviously for transportation purposes, but I don't think that is a good one to carry a lot. But obviously, this one is either for round bales or for the small convenient carryable bales. And if it's for the small convenient carryable bales, then that's kind of good because I know how to get small bales made. I would have looked into it, but I really didn't think about it. It said turn on operation mode. Then I went up to the rectangle bale, and it said, sorry, this is not compatible with this bale. And I was like, oh, good to know. Okay, I guess we're doing something. And now there's a bale inside the actual cow pen. Bon appetit, cattle. This is going great. Not gonna lie. Okay, so now they're full grass. I don't know if it was full grass the first time or if it just wasn't rendering or what, but we're full grass now. We just gotta go ahead and get straw and water. And also, we're not doing power foods. So just to let you know, don't be concerned with power foods. That's our mixed food rations, and I think that's a waste of money. So I guess our New Holland will be our new official uh, tipper tractor, and we'll go ahead and use that red one for anything and everything husbandry related. And if we, I'm probably will have to get a second one for husbandry if we, let's say, get two sets of animals like sheep and cow, or maybe pigs and cow. We're not going to do pigs and cows because pigs take a lot, cows take a lot, and sheep they only take grass and water, while pigs and cows take a lot. So we're gonna have if we're gonna have one animal, we're gonna have sheep accompanying it because we're not gonna have all three. If you guys don't know, the flag is permanent. So every time I grow that field, there will always be a flag there. So I'm glad it wasn't just a one-time thing and I just wasted that one time. So, that's a plus. Now, as you can see, we're slowly burning daylight. It's about 3:30 in game, and I like to make sure we can have all morning, like early 5 o'clock in game, to get everything done. Like I'll run the harvester, let's say starting about 5 or 6, depending on whenever my field grows. Then I'll go ahead and have all the fields done within an hour and a half within game time in realistic time. Uh, and then I'll have the baling done. Then by the time it's about 10, I'll be able to start working on sowing. But the negative part about these fields is that if you grow them fast, they only grow. Let's say they only grow they grow for 22 hours. So technically, I am burning up more time collecting stuff than I am actually, you know, uh, placing that crop down. So it'll grow back on time the next time. So usually it's always about an hour behind. I'm always an hour behind schedule, just because I don't have enough people to do the baling, which I guess kind of sucks. But at the same time, I guess I can't complain because obviously, if I want to, I can just disable my crop growing so it can't go bad, and I can just reset the time by letting a whole day pass. But I'm not gonna do that. All right, let's go ahead and get the tipper just so we're ready once that harvester needs emptied, and I'm gonna go ahead and start getting that. Also, I'm going to go ahead and start collecting bales because I want to also get this field ready to be planted. I can already tell that at this rate, by not the next episode, but by the next day in game, the crops will be fully grown. I'd say about 2 o'clock in game because they grow for 22 hours. So obviously I'm probably only going to start planting about, I'd say I'd say maybe, sorry, I'm trying to think here. 4. I'll start actually planting at 4, and I'll end planting at maybe 5 or 5:30, depending on how long it takes for me to do the baling for this field and that field down there. Because the one up here, this one, 12, isn't so hard to do now because it's almost done. But the other ones haven't even gotten started. They're not even harvested yet, so they're gonna take a while. So either our crops are going to be out of sync with each other, then some will grow in later, or we're going to be really late and we would have already burnt most of the day, just waiting for our crops to grow. And this would be a good time to want to get the mods, the seasons mod. The seasons mod of Minecraft. The seasons mod in Farming Sim is basically just like kind of kind of like real life. You have your spring, your summer, your fall, your winter. You can't grow anything in the winter. You collect your stuff in the fall. You plant your stuff in the spring or very early summer, and you gotta wait throughout the summer. You can't really do anything, so it's like you have to stock up to make sure your animals are good, and so you can feed them. But my concern is, if I were to get that mod, I think there would definitely be a huge increase in difficulty with animals, because you would have to invest all of your crop. Like, I would have to invest in all of my fields except maybe this one here in grass, just grass, because throughout the summer they're going to need to be fed, and that's going to be really hard unless if I had so many fields. Let's say if I were to buy field 5, I would be perfectly fine then, because I wouldn't have to worry about um, food, because obviously 5 can cover their food for the entire summer. Now, I saw this thing in a farming sim video, and this guy had a mod where where your bales can expire, and I think that would add a whole nother level of difficulty on top of the seasons mod. But I think that's only in Farming Sim 19, and like I said, that game's kind of wonky right now. Hopefully, they'll fix it, and if they don't, I mean, it's fine. I mean, the only difference is you can sell your land and you can do some terrain stuff. But apart from that, there's not really much difference. Apart from maybe new tractors or some old tractors being taken out. Like, for example, this one, the Case International whatever number, 144, I think. Oh, the 15. Oh, wait, not this one. I don't even have one, actually. If I think about it, because I sold them all because they're so expensive. Okay, well, anyway, the first tractors you have in the beginning of starting this world of Goldcrest, you start out with a Case International, 144,000, or here, right here. No, okay, so 1455 XL, and that isn't in 19. My question is for the farm sim developers is why not keep both? Like, I mean, why not add more? And I don't know, why not add more while also keeping the old stuff? Because if you take out the old stuff and replace it with just new, then firstly, everything becomes more difficult, because the newer stuff you're adding in is, let's say, up-to-date stuff that we have in real life, and the prices for those machines are going to be really, really high. They're already high in this game without mods, but as soon as you take away those mods, like, I would be stuck paying these huge bills for tractors, or I'd be leasing them. And yes, I know that a lot of farmers have to lease because they can't afford it, but obviously I think doing the mods in game is a lot easier, and having some of the older tractors, good but old tractors, in game is definitely a good idea. I think it's kind of a waste to not just move tractors from the previous game over. It'd make things more interesting, because now you have more options. You can either go with the old stuff that even you used when you played the previous game, or you can use the new stuff that was just implemented into the new version. I mean, that just might be me. I mean, I complain a lot. I mean, heck, I had I had a few things complaining about Red Dead, and that game is really good. How do I do this to myself every time? Try not to cough into the mic. Alright, there we go. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to go get my front loader, but obviously we found out that the front loader is a perfect tool to get anything and everything unstuck. There wasn't really anything interesting in this game, or in this episode. We're gonna go ahead and probably just talk about maybe one or two more things, then we'll go ahead and end the video. First things first, I have a new outro. On the outro, you'll just find the song, my channel name, the link to my channel, and whatever my most popular video is, or my most recent or whatever. Then so basically like every basic YouTuber ever. I want to go ahead. I want you to go ahead and let me know what you think of that. Um, Also, Farming Sim, I think, as you guys could already tell, is slowly dying. So, if you like this, then go ahead and let me know. Cause I mean, I do, but at the same time, I've been playing a lot of Astroneer and Minecraft, and I kind of like those two games because you can kind of build stuff in those games, which I think is just a hair more entertaining. Also, Astroneer is very new to me, and I'm kind of enjoying it. It's fun to record. It's fun to do on my own time. Like, I've learned so much in that game to the point where now every episode I'm doing, it's like I've learned a whole nother level than what I knew before. It's really hard to learn something new in a game while recording it, just because there's a lot of stopping and thinking and reading involved. But once you, let's say, do that off camera, then it's a lot more easier to do it when you do record, because you already know how to do it. You already, let's say, know how to do it effectively. Like I said, Farming Sim might be slowly dying. I'll still probably post a video or two a week, mostly just one, I think. So, if I ever forget to do that, then I'm sorry. But if I just, let's say, just don't do it entirely, then I'll just go ahead and let you know if I've decided to end the series. Because of course, if you guys like it, I'll go ahead and just continue playing it. But if you don't, then that's if you don't enjoy it, or you think it's just a bit boring, then go ahead and also let me know, so I don't have to keep publishing stuff that isn't even interesting. Let's get that bale out of the way. Alright, so anyway, yeah, just had some small news about the series, just kind of dying, and also I'm having a new outro. The music was written by me. I just got bored one day, and I was just kind of writing stuff down, and I came up with this good like kind of a rag rhythm. The rag beat from like let's say 1910s, 1920s, and I was like, okay, this might be good enough to put in the end of my videos. So anyway, it's probably queuing in about here. It'll slowly come in. It'll go into full swing once I've actually said my complete outro. Anyway, my name is Jeremiah Mail. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any ideas, go ahead and put them down in the comments. Press that like button, and I will see you all later.